Hey everyone, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2. On this video, we're doing main order 37, rescue the adventurer from the snowy mountains. And we can pick up that order right here from the adventurer's shelter. Rescue the adventurer from the snowy mountains. The adventurer was not in his shelter. According to his son, he went missing while in the snowy mountains and could be in a great deal of danger. Rescue the adventurer from the snowy mountains. Alright, so we're gonna draw our route. We're headed over here to the Central Highlands southern area, the southern part of the mountain range that rises in the center of the Australian continent. The low temperatures will drain your stamina, while the steep slopes present a serious risk of slipping and falling. There have also been reports of avalanches taking place in this region. And then from there, we'll head over to his last known location.
Delivery route finalized.
Alright, pretty straightforward. They gave us some stuff, a ladder and a climbing anchor we don't need. We'll put that in the private locker. Blood bag we'll put in our utility pouch. Alright, and we're heading out.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Okay. Up the mountain we go. And you can see there's a vitals analyzer right there for F5. We'll avoid that. We'll head up this way. So our markers are that way. Not too far, just like 530 meters. Not super far away. There's some smart drugs for F5. We'll ignore that. What's that up ahead? We got some resins. We'll definitely pick that up. There's also a ladder just hanging out in the snow. It's our ladder now.
Gotcha.
Alright, we got the resins. Yep. And we also got a climbing anchor. Up ahead, we've got a disaster response manual for F5. We'll avoid that. Visibility over here is getting a little poor.
So the adventurer was in this area where he last made contact with his son. See any sign of him, Sam?
Just a bit further now.
Seems to be stuck on a rock. There we go. Okay, so there was his last known location right there. Oh, and we see somebody over here.
What do we have here, Sam? What a relief. He's still breathing. You can put him in a protective bag and carry him home. You know, he looks familiar somehow. Didn't we save this man once before?
We sure did. Let's take him home.
Right then. Let's hurry and take him to his shelter.
Alright, he's safely in the passenger seat. Let's get him home. Head back just the way we came. More or less. Oh, we got a little mini avalanche. Uh-oh. We got little pieces of ice coming down. I guess they're not that little. We got pieces of ice coming down. Probably should get out of this area ASAP. Alright, there's those smart drugs again. We'll head this way. There we go. We seem to be in a better area now. We got some music playing, probably gonna become muffled as we remove that for copyright. There's those vitals analyzers, or the vitals analyzer we passed on the way over. We'll just go around it again, which means I'm going over this way. Not sure if we should be up here on the ridge. It's a little bumpy. There we go, back on the snow, a little better. And down the hill.
Access the delivery terminal to process.
All right, kid, I brought your dad home. He took 0% damage, good as new.
Oh, I knew I was right to trust you. Thank you for finding him. I need to assess his condition right away. Please wait. He's doing better than I expected, actually. Should be back to normal with a good night's sleep. You've been a true friend to my father. My father said it's okay, so you can go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
New strand established. Chiral network coverage has expanded, granting access to the following: climbing power gloves level 1. Gloves suited for mountaineering or deliveries. They improve Sam's climbing ability and balance and can also recover nearby cargo. They can even be used to recover cargo while driving a pickup off-roader. Punch power is increased, and they are also effective against mechs. Be aware that the gloves are battery powered. And we got some music. Patience, that music that was playing. And 20 memory.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Alright, nothing went up. Not unexpected. We didn't really do a whole lot. And we're still Porter grade 208.
Connection confirmed. Seems to be working fine. Thanks for that. I'll have my father take a look at the cargo you brought me a little while back. But knowing him, he might vanish the moment I turn around. People have given him a nickname. The Adventurer. He takes it a bit too far sometimes, but it's not like he would stop if I asked him to. Anyway, as my way of saying thanks for tracking him down, I've shared a schematic for climbing power gloves with you. They can help you climb steep slopes and grab cargo more easily. But don't take my word for it. Try them on for size and you'll see.
Your father goes on adventures?
Yeah, he disappears without warning and comes back with just as little fanfare. And there are times like this where he doesn't come back at all. That's why I have to impose on people like you to go and rescue him. One day you'll understand, he tells me, like that's supposed to make it okay somehow.
How do these climbing power gloves work?
They strengthen and enhance all movements you perform with your arms when worn. They make climbing steep hills less taxing. Even the simple act of picking up cargo is faster and smoother. You can also use them to draw cargo towards you from a short distance away, so you can grab it. They help you punch harder as well and keep your balance more easily. My father told me that he came up with the whole concept with the help of some people he met on one of his journeys. Said it was based on some stranded cargo or something, I think. I'm afraid I don't know much more than that, but I do know my father absolutely swears by them.
I'd best get a move on.
Thank you again for bringing him home. Good luck and safe travels.
Much appreciated, Sam. You should get plenty of rest. Frostbite can be serious. We have to make sure you're not showing signs. Another thing, we need to talk about Hartman's situation. Come and see me when you get back to the DHV Magellan.
Order complete. Well done.
Okay, let's access the terminal again so we can drop off the materials we have. So, let's see. Oh, my Boca skeleton got destroyed. Well, let's go ahead and recycle that now. Didn't even realize. Let's see. We got resins. Oh, that's too many resins. We'll bring those to the ship, to the Magellan. We got ceramics, special alloys, and I guess that's it. All right, put those in. Resins go on the Magellan. The Magellan is here. You see that like city down there in the tar? It looks like it's still accessible. They must be barely hanging on to that place. Let's see, can we see anything else over here? No, it looks like a portion of the city got swallowed up by the tar. And another portion over there. Open up, let me on. Oh, I'm stuck. Stuck again. Get in there. Okay, drop off our resins. Right there. And we'll head to our private room.
Sorry.
Hey, Sam. Long time no see. It's me, your old pal, Dead Man.
Dead man.
Sorry if I gave you a scare. While Hartman is off conducting his near-death excursions, I am borrowing his body. My soul is normally confined to the beach, but for 3 minutes, I get to be here.
How's that possible?
Because he has my heart.
You're telling me that's...
My parting gift to Hartman, yes. Per his request, I bequeathed it before departing on my one-way trip to the beach. He put so much stress on his own that it had grown quite weak. If and when it failed, mine was meant to serve as insurance. But as you can see, he appears to have become rather attached to my heart. His finger never far from the proverbial on switch. Which is why I've been able to assume control of his body. Come here. It's good to see you, Sam. I told you in Mexico that someone had falsified BB-28's records. But in truth, it was yours truly. My intention was to leave no trace of a second BB-28 or of Lou. I wanted you to be free to live your lives, unburdened by the past. But then, well, everything changed, didn't it? You lost Lou, and needed answers to make sense of it all.
30 seconds remaining.
So, I decided to access the network servers from within the beach. Security isn't as strict over there as it is here, you see.
So that was you?
That's right. I am the one who dug up the information about Lou's past. Your very own Hartman was me all along.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Sam? What's going on? And where are we?
Sam. Poor Hartman here is understandably confused. If you give us a moment alone, I'll explain things to him.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've apprised Hartman of the situation. It's not unlike my own experience. A soul finds itself in a puppet and then acts as a puppeteer. One's ka can reside in any vessel to which one has a strong attachment. Human ha or inanimate object. It makes no difference.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received an emergency distress call from the Eastern Environmental Observatory. I urge you to access the Adventurer's delivery terminal and pick up this main order immediately.
Okay, well that was an interesting turn of events. Dead Man's been taking over Hartman. Let's go ahead and talk to Doll Man about it.
It goes without saying, but I was not born into this world with this doll as my ha. Would you like to hear how I came to be in this condition?
Yes, tell me.
My darling wife was working as a nurse in an isolation ward. A luckless place which one day found itself in the path of a tar tsunami, a freak occurrence triggered by an ill-timed gatequake. Not a single person survived. No patients, no doctors, no wife. We just have to be careful. Hold on. Access to the site had been restricted, but we weren't about to let that stop us. It was my daughter's idea. Come through. She was desperate to see her mother again. Be careful. Take off your hood. Okay, hold my hand.
Mommy?
It's me, honey. It's me. In the end, it wasn't even her daughter that she remembered.
No! No! No!
Before we knew it, we were swallowed by the tar, battered against the rocks, and eventually coughed back up into this world. Wait! Don't go! Down here, please!
Hello, little one. You cold? Let me guess. The car of that poor girl over there?
Oh, my daughter's car is long gone. I'm afraid it's just me now. She died, but for whatever reason, her soul was unable to move on because it ended up here in her doll, stuck somehow. My baby girl would have been left here all on her own, so I liberated her, forced her car out with one solid push, and she was free at last. Free to leave this world and go to where the dead belong. Just as I would have done, had I not gotten stuck myself.
I see. That's quite a story. Believe it or not, I've been looking all over for you, Mr. Spirit Medium.
As you can see, I'm of no use to anyone. I can't go anywhere. I'll be stuck here for the rest of eternity, that's that.
Wanna come work for me instead? Yoha's no good to you now.
Huh. Didn't last long out of the tar. Poor old thing turned into a bog body in no time at all. You think you could bury them for me?
They call me fragile. What do they call you? The tall man, maybe? No. Dolman suits you better.
If Fragile hadn't come looking for me, I'd almost certainly still be lying in that dreadful tar bog.
But your soul's trapped in that doll forever?
Perhaps. But if I could break free from this thing, maybe then I can be reunited with my daughter. When that happy day might come, I cannot say.
So that's how he ended up in the doll. Let's talk to him some more.
I did what any father would do. I pushed my daughter's Ka out of this doll. And she was free at last. Free to leave this world and go to where the dead belong. Thank you for listening to my story, Sam. But enough about me. It's time I let you focus on your job. As I mentioned before, I lost my wife to a tar tsunami. And after she died, she turned into a geyser. My daughter was unable to accept her mother's passing. She pleaded with me to see her again. As a medium, I thought it was within my power to grant her wish. So I gave in and took her to the hospital where her mother had died. It was the worst mistake I've ever made. I thought it was the right thing to do, taking my daughter to be reunited with her mother. And when we arrived, we played her favorite song, hoping for a reaction. But it was too late. She had no memories of our time together as a family. She was no different from any other gazer. To be honest, I already knew that deep down. My daughter's Ha was swallowed up by the tar soon after, as was mine. And eventually, my Ka became stuck inside my daughter's doll. A prison very much of my own making. I couldn't tell you how long I lay there, until finally, someone came. Fragile. Looking for fellow doomed sufferers to recruit to her cause. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for her. I dare say tomorrow may have mastered her unique abilities. She can complete the apple aging exercise flawlessly and with remarkable consistency. It's been a boon for her confidence, and I am ever so happy for her, as I'm sure you are as well. Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? What a stylish pair of glasses. I'm sure they'll suit you, Sam. No matter what misfortune may befall him, that adventurer is going to keep exploring the continent. I just know it. Is it the primal calling that compels him to make these journeys? Or perhaps he's become addicted to the thrills that come with experiencing the unknown. Regardless of his motivation, when I see how distressed his son is, I want to do what I can to get him home safe.
Okay, so he mentioned some new glasses. Let's go to customized look. And we have new glasses indeed, Deadman's glasses. A pair of glasses similar to those worn by Deadman. They appeared in Sam's private room aboard the DHV Magellan without him or Dollman noticing. Waiting for it to scroll back up. Wearing these glasses makes Sam's eyes look bigger than they are. Fitted with special lenses that block direct and reflected sunlight. Okay, time for us to take a shower. 60 chiral crystals, not bad, not bad.
Nothing like a warm shower after a hard day's labor. Am I right, Sam?
Okay, now it's time to eat. I don't actually know if we're gonna need stamina. I guess we will. We were trudging around the snow a bit. Well, actually, I don't know. We haven't done a ton of walking. Let's see. Do we actually need the stamina boost? We do not.
That sure looked good, Sam.
Okay, and we are now heading back to the surface. Okay, one thing left to do, check our corpus. We have story so far connecting the Eastern Environmental Observatory. And order details, deliver the chiral decontaminators and sedatives to the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Okay, then in the databank, we have an update for Dollman. And also Heartman. Okay, scrolling down. We have the Adventurer. This guy keeps getting into trouble. Continuing all the way to the bottom, we have Meteorite that got an update. We also have the climbing power gloves now. And at the very, very bottom, we have bog bodies. Okay, I don't think we have any new tips. So, with that, we're all done here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.